Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's a brand new week. It's Monday, December 9th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. An investigation is now underway into how a 52-year-old man died following a massage session at a shop in Patong. This is the second death following a massage session in Thailand in the past week. The Singaporean tourist, who was not identified by police, was described as a regular customer of the massage shop in Patong, which was also not identified by authorities. However, on Saturday, reports say that the man and his wife went to the shop for massages. He had a 45-minute oil massage, and he reportedly began snoring loudly and appeared to fall asleep right afterward. Police say he showed no signs of distress. However, staff at the shop attempted first aid and contacted emergency services. He was taken to Patong Hospital since he had difficulty breathing. However, shortly after his arrival, he was declared dead at around 11 p.m. on Saturday night. The man's wife told police that he had been drinking prior to the massage and lived a sedentary lifestyle, adding that she did not suspect foul play, attributing her husband's death to his health. Staff told reporters that the employee who performed the massage was not available for comment as he did not come to work. Authorities have confirmed that the man's family does not wish to have an autopsy conducted in Thailand and plans to return his body to Singapore for religious rites. The tourist's death in Patong following a massage session comes on the same weekend as the death of a 20-year-old Thai folk and country singer, Chayada Prauhom. She died after receiving 3 massage sessions from a shop in Udon Thani in the northeast of Thailand. 2 of the massages, in her case, involved a neck massage, and the hospital in which she died says that the 20-year-old had a blood infection and brain swelling when she passed away. The deputy director of the Department of Health Service Support says that officials will be checking on the Udon Thani shop to see if they were accredited and licensed to provide the service. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. With all the construction going on in the Cherng Talay Bang Tao area, residents are becoming increasingly concerned, and now locals in the Pasak Soi 6 area are voicing their opposition to one of these projects, the 7-story Nebu Resort Bang Tao. The Nebu Resort Bang Tao is supposed to be a 7-story, 89-unit mixed-use building, reportedly with a rooftop bar that will sit on a 1,400 square meter site in the Pasak Soi 6 area of Cherng Talay, just 9 minutes from Bang Tao Beach. An environmental impact assessment, an EIA study, was conducted reportedly in 2019 and was approved by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment Phuket office, which means that it's now been handed over to the Cherng Talay Oboto. Last week, local residents in the area staged a protest at the Cherng Talay Oboto offices to register their opposition to the project being built in the area for a slew of reasons. The first is the fact that the street it would be built on is way too narrow and would not allow for cars to pass each other. Another is the construction itself, from cement mixers and excavators coming and going every few hours, to workers' camps being set up for years until the project is completed, if it indeed moves ahead. In fact, Phuket MP Titikan Titiproktikul has also submitted a formal complaint about the project to Parliament in Bangkok. Steve Dixon, one of the prominent voices protesting the hotel's construction, says that he was told by the Cherng Talay Oboto that construction was still on hold and no permission has been granted to Nebu for construction yet, despite preparations underway at the site for construction over the past few weeks. The Nebu Resort Bang Tao project first received approval during the time that now disgraced Phuket official Ma'an Samran was the chief of the Cherng Talay Oboto. Last year, Ma'an was sentenced to 2 years in prison on corruption charges for a different real estate project he approved to be built in Cherng Talay. In fact, he and 3 other officials in Cherng Talay were accused of providing illegal and forged documents for the construction of that resort project in Bang Tao. Calls are also being made to have a new EIA done, given that environmental conditions have changed in the area over the last 5 years, since the original EIA was done. Still, it seems that despite a new chief in the Cherng Talay Oboto, Manok Panchalad, the behavior of local officials regarding hotel projects and condo projects in the Bang Tao and Cherng Talay area continues. Right now, the Cherng Talay Oboto is awaiting further extensions and adjustments before granting approval to the Nebu project, and if no objections are raised within 45 days, permission is likely to be granted. This is despite the very obvious opposition and protest against the project by local residents like Dixon. Meanwhile, Natakrit Pompet, the deputy director of the Phuket office of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, remains steadfast in that construction of the hotel remains legal after they approved the EIA study. He stated, quote, We have thoroughly reviewed the project and found it does not violate any regulations. It is located on private land and the developer has the right to build on their property. They have met all the necessary criteria, which is why we approved it. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comment section below. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. It was a beautiful story that turned into a tragedy as a 33-year-old Myanmar/American man who had just reunited with his romantic partner later lost his life when he received an electric shock near a restaurant in Talang. Concerns are mounting from local residents about public safety following the incident that took place Thursday night. Let's start at the beginning, as the Myanmar national, who is also an American national, identified as 33-year-old Tura Kiao, had recently arrived from the United States to reunite with his girlfriend after some 5 years apart. They spent a week together on the island before Thursday evening when they arrived at a restaurant on Dom Chom Tao Road in Tambon Tep Krasatri. Witnesses told police that Kiao and his girlfriend arrived in a vehicle. They exited the car, and while walking to the restaurant, he slipped on the wet ground from recent rain and accidentally touched an electric pole that had a 220-volt electrical leakage. Bystanders quickly intervened and performed CPR before rescue workers arrived. He was rushed to Talang Hospital, but he was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Later, authorities from the Talang PEA would confirm the electrical leakage. The faulty pole, part of the public lighting system maintained by the Phuket Highways Office, had a live current. Officials temporarily shut off the circuit breaker to prevent further damage. Locals voiced their concerns over the issue as the Highways Department repairs the pole. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. And bring the pleasure, see pressure just before you break a bone.
Police are now investigating an incident in Kathu that ended with a 17-year-old stabbed in what authorities say appears to be a gang reprisal attack. The 17-year-old is currently still receiving treatment at Vashida Phuket Hospital for his stab wounds and is being closely monitored by doctors. He was found unconscious near the floating market in Kathu at about 3 a.m. on Saturday, which is when police were called to the scene. Rescue workers arrived to find the teen lying face down beside his motorcycle with 2 stab wounds, 2 his back and 1 in his hip. He was taken to Vashida Phuket Hospital and later told police that he was sitting with friends when a group of teenagers attacked him and stabbed him. He fled on his motorbike to get away, but ultimately collapsed near the floating market. Police are now investigating the motive and hoping to identify the attackers. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Last week, the finance minister floated the idea of more than doubling the value-added tax rate, or VAT rate, in Thailand from 7% to 15%. But the Prime Minister is confirming that this is not going to happen. Last Tuesday, Finance Minister Pichai Chunavija spoke about his idea of possibly doubling the VAT rate, while also adding further changes to the tax code. The Finance Minister's comments led to a barrage of criticism toward Minister Pichai, and it looks like Prime Minister Patong Shinawat is among them, who on Friday, on her X account, formerly Twitter, she posted no VAT adjustment to 15%, essentially squashing the idea. The value-added tax rate, or the VAT, is a major source of revenue for the Thai government, and while previous administrations have flirted with the idea of raising the VAT rate at various points, it has remained the same at 7% since 1992. In 2022, the VAT made up nearly 25% of Thailand's total tax collection, according to estimates from the Office of Economic Development. Still, it's unclear what the Prime Minister would do with the Finance Minister's other idea of reducing corporate income tax from 20% to 15% and lowering the personal income tax from 35%, possibly to 15%, to attract skilled workers amid strong global competition. Premier Shinawat previously explained that a comprehensive study on tax restructuring is being done by the Finance Ministry, and more clarity on the matter could come in the coming weeks. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The tourist high season is here, and the Patong Carnival is now underway, set to continue through to Tuesday night, December 10th. The event, officially dubbed the Phuket Carnival at Patong Festival, kicked off on Saturday with the annual vibrant street parade that included over 2,000 people, A host of local tourism attractions and businesses took part, with many donning colorful and striking costumes, demonstrations of Muay Thai, and traditional Thai dance. The 38th edition of the carnival this year is under the theme Phuket Memories of a Lifetime. The event marks the official start to Phuket's tourism high season and aims to position Phuket as a global hub of happiness and fun, drawing tourists from around the world. In his address, Governor Sopon Suwanarat highlighted Phuket's significant recovery in the tourism sector, noting that the province's tourism revenue for 2024 is projected to reach approximately 400 billion baht, comparable to pre-pandemic levels in 2019. He expressed optimism that this figure could rise to 450 billion baht in 2025, emphasizing the increasing quality of visitors, which has contributed to higher tourism revenue. The festivities, which continue along the Patong beachfront through to Tuesday night, December 10, include an array of activities, such as live performances on the beach stage and a host of local dishes served by local vendors. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. We really appreciate you joining us here on this edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow, and until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.